Hi all, if you are planning to take your online class on Microsoft OneNote, then I am here to help you. What you have to do is you have to simply log into their account. You can open Google, click onto the first link. You have to sign up for an account, or else I have already signed into the account, so there is no for me to sign up again. You have to sign up and then register into their Microsoft account. Why I tell you that this is very important is this, because you want to store all the information into a cloud space, no matter which devices you are working on. Either you can work on a laptop, or you can work on a tablet or a phone. Whatever devices you choose, you have to sync all the data into the cloud space. That is the main reason you have to sign into their account. And then even when you are working in an offline mode, then the data gets synced in automatically when you are back to online mode. And this is the coolest version of OneNote. I recommend you to definitely use this for online teaching. You can pin the Microsoft OneNote application to your taskbar. So whenever you are about to take your online class, you can simply click onto it. It will immediately take you to the page you have been working on. See, I have already created a notebook for you. Before I guide you through the instructions, let me explain what is exactly OneNote. OneNote is a digital notebook where you can organize all your information into separate notebooks. And what are the benefits? It is one killer app for online education, where you can insert a document or a PowerPoint or even text. You can draw figures, or else you can even insert a video or audio clips. You can do whatever you like into this one platform, and all the data gets automatically saved. You don't have to save it each and every time you edit the document. And this is one coolest feature in OneNote. Now let me explain how you can work in OneNote. I have already created a notebook for you. By clicking onto this, you can see I have created a notebook. You can add notebook by clicking onto this, add notebook. Okay, I have already created one. When you click onto that, then you can see the OneNote prompts you to rename the notebook. After renaming the notebook, you can change the color as well by right clicking onto it. I have created a notebook, and then you can add new sections by clicking onto this add section, and then you can rename the section as well by right clicking, and then you have an option say rename section. You can rename this section, or even you can copy this section, change the color of this section, or even delete the section. Whatever you prefer to do, you can do this here. I have created pages for each section. For this, I haven't created any page. By default, you have a page to work on. See, I have already created some few pages. If you want to create another page, you can add page, and then you can see you have an untitled page, but whatever name you are writing here in the title page gets automatically updated. So say example 2. Okay, so you can see automatically gets renamed it as example 2. Now by default it is a white background. You can change the color of this white background by going to view and then change page color to green. I usually prefer a green background because green is a sober color, and it is very pleasing to your eyes. You don't get a strain by looking onto the screen. And then when you are writing on a green screen, make sure you choose your ink to a white ink. Now it is at present a black color ink. Now once you input your text, it automatically creates a text box. And one good advantage in using this OneNote is that you can click onto anywhere you like. It doesn't even follow a sequence like Microsoft Word or PowerPoint. You can click anywhere you like. And then you can scroll the entire page by going to the bottom, and then simply you can scroll it by using your mouse. Okay, see, you can scroll horizontally and even you can scroll vertically. Some important features in text I will explain. Okay, you can create bullets, or even you can start numbering to your texts. You can change the alignment of your text, or even you can create a to-do list. Now this is your to-do list. We want to mention your students that this text is very important, then you can click onto this. Okay, if you want to create a to-do list, see, a checkbox gets created. Once you have finished your task, you can simply click onto this, and then you have finished a to-do list. You have finished this task. I am not explaining much on this. You can simply explore all the features you like. Now let me explain the insert tab in your toolbar. Now if you go to insert tab, you can insert a table. You can create as many rows and columns you like, or you can even insert a file. See, I am going to insert module 1. Now it will prompt you to choose one of these options. Either you can upload to OneDrive and then just share the link, or you can insert as an attachment, or even insert as a printout. You can do whatever you like. See, I have inserted it as an attachment. And then for printout, you can simply add whatever you want to attach it as a printout. See, you can see all the pages gets viewed here. This is a attachment as a printout. Okay, now that is one option of printout. And you can insert the pictures from choosing your file or camera, or from even online. You can insert video clip, or even you can share a link, and then you can even insert a audio clip. And then if you want to choose symbols, you can choose symbols from here. And then you can even add equations here, because there are lots of mathematical symbols and structures available here. You can choose these structures to write a mathematical equation, but I usually prefer writing it in a graphic pen tablet, because that is much easier for me. And then that is what insert a tab in toolbar does. Now let me take you back to another tab in this toolbar, which says drawing option. Now this is a undo, this is a redo, and this is a selecting objects or typing text, and this is a lasso select, which I will explain later. This one is an eraser. You can select the size of an eraser by clicking onto this. Okay, you can even select small eraser, medium or large eraser. This is a highlighter pen, the pencil, black pen. Okay, you can choose any colored pen by clicking onto this, and then you can add pen. You can choose any color you prefer, and then select the sizes of the pen. This is 1 mm, 2 mm, 3 mm, but I usually prefer a 1 mm size. Okay, see, I have already connected my laptop to a graphic pen tablet as well as a microphone. I am going to write using a white pen. Since I am a maths teacher, I usually prefer working in this mode. I am writing my first equation here. See, I have written my equations. And if you want to draw a line, you can use this, or you can select any shapes you like. If you want a triangle, you can select that as well. See, you have already created a triangle. And now let me explain what is this cool feature of ink to shape. Ink to shape is nothing but it is an option where you can simply draw and then let the OneNote create the shape for you. It automatically creates the shape of a square. Now that is one cool feature to ink to shape. Now let me explain this lasso select. Lasso select is nothing but it is a tool which will allow you to select the things you want to delete. See, I am going to select all these. And then just press delete. It automatically gets deleted. Now instead of using lasso select, what I usually do is I select using my mouse. the whole thing which I want to delete. Okay, now you can see it's being selected with a frame, and then you can press delete, it automatically gets deleted. This is one cool feature in OneNote. Now let me take you to another tab in the toolbar, view. I have already explained one of the tab, that is page color. You can draw rule lines to your page by clicking onto this. You can select any option you like. You can draw lines to the page, or else you can even use a plain background. If you are a graphics teacher, if you are teaching engineering graphics, then you can use grid lines to help students understand more about this. And even you can share this OneNote document as a PDF, or even you can share this as a only OneNote simply by clicking onto this. It will ask you for an email address. You can type in the email address, and if you want the other person to edit, you can choose this edit option, or else if you want the other person to only view, then you can use this can view option and then use the share button. There is a arrow here. If you are clicking this, then you can enter into full screen mode. If you are clicking onto this, then you can exit the full screen mode. There is also one more option for collapsing the window. You can either click onto this. This is a navigation bar. Again, if you are clicking onto this, you can see the entire sections and the pages available for each section. If you are coming back to this, there is a 3 dots here. If you are clicking onto that, there is a print option available. This is used only when you want to share your notes as a PDF to the students, because there may be lots of other students who are not using OneNote feature, and if they prefer to use a PDF, then you can use this feature. You have to simply select Microsoft Print to PDF. There are many options available. You can choose anything you like, and then either you can save it in a portrait orientation, or you can either choose a landscape orientation. But what I suggest you to do this is, when you are converting it to a PDF, please make sure you have to use a black ink pen. If you are using a white ink pen, it won't be visible here, because our pages are a white background. That is the main reason I insist you to use a black pen when you are sharing your document as a PDF. I hope you have understood each and everything explained in this. There are lots of other cool features. You can explore this by simply logging into their website and then explore all the other features. Thank you.